Hi, how you guys doing? This is Jonathan. I hope you have a great weekend. This is from Vox. This is the MV50 Brian May. thanks City Music for passing me this little mini amp for review. This is the MV50 from VOX. I've reviewed a couple of MV50s in this channel before, in various takes of amplifiers. They try to create, or recreate the feel of the amps that they are trying to represent. This is the Brian May version, so they're trying to duplicate the sound that Brian May produces in his albums with Queen. Brian May is one of my favorite guitarists of all time. I love all the stuff that he did in Queen, although I'm not a die-hard fan, but I love all the solos and the guitar parts, the doubling, the multi-harmonies, wonderful stuff that he played. So I'm kind of pleased to be able to play something that honors his name. So I'm pretty stoked that Vox actually honored this great guitarist with this little version. And I think it's his desire to create a little amp that is affordable if any one of his fans wants to get his kind of sound and to be able to do it in his bedroom, in their own bedroom. So basically you have from the back panel on the right, you have the speaker out, and then you have a choice of impedance 4, 8, 16, and then the EQ where you can have it a flat or with a little bit of scoop, which is called a deep. And then you have the power supply, power input in, which is provided by Vox. So yeah, the various things. And then you have standby on or off, and then economy mode where you can set it on, and then the unit will just kind of shut down within a specific time. And then treble boost. So this is a KAT treble boost. Nice, if you want to employ it. And then a line or phone out, meaning you can hook this up with a headphone and practice your wonderful Brian May licks without disturbing anyone. Right? Or you can hook this up to your DAW or to your interface. On the front panel, you have input in, and a nice VU meter is lighted. And then the volume, overall volume, tone, and gain, where it dictates the gain structure for the preamp section of this whole unit. Here you have this diamond kind of shape, which is like a window, a kind of bluish opaque window where you can actually see the Nutube in action, casting a nice neon blue light. Yeah. And the unit is really light. You can just put it on top of your cabinet. We tried it once where you put it on the top of a big cabinet. That's cool. So the way I had this hooked up is that I have my guitar, and then I went through a compressor, or origin effect compressor, the Kali 76 stack, and then to exotic booster, and then into the unit right here, the input. Now, how it goes out from the speaker output into my cap clone, my Mesa Boogie cap clone. And from the cap clone, it went to the audio interface and henceforth into my DAW, where I use a IR for the cap, a Vox, a nice 212 Vox cabinet to kind of like stay to that, Vox environment as much as possible. The unit sounds really great. If you are hooking up with the expectation of having a real big sound like what you hear in the Queen album, you might be a little bit disappointed. It sounds like a overdriven Vox amp, and if crank up loud enough, it sounds real great, really nice, But it doesn't have that sort of sustain or high output, high gain like the Saldano or the Bogner, or for all that matter, the Marshall amp. There is still, it's nice. It's the Vox kind of overdrive sound. So what I did was I employed the booster. So the booster is used to kind of give a little bit more gain, test driving the unit a little bit more. Now I don't know how Brian May does it. He might be using an overdrive pedal or maybe even a booster pedal. So for those of you guys who are diehard fans of Brian May, enlighten me please in the comment section down below. And you can get really nice sound. So on the song section, I had it split into 4 sections. So the first 2 was without the booster engaged, and the last 2 section was with the booster engaged. Great, sounds good. Of course, I do not sound like Brian May at all, because Brian May is a class of his own. I can never sound like him because he's an incredible player. But you can get that kind of sound if you have the right guitar. I did try to create a sound with my James Tyler. But if you have the Brian May guitar, you might be able to duplicate the sound in conjunction with this. I don't know, might, maybe, alright? Let me know what do you think about this mini amp, the MV50 Brian May, and let me know what you think. And leave your comments in the comment section down below. I want to hear from you. Again, I want to thank City Music for passing me this for review. Units available in City Music, so you might want to purchase it. If you want to purchase it, you can purchase it online or head on down to its premise, City Music premises, to to try it out and see what you think. Alright, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel, press that bell for notification of future videos that follow, and be part of the patrons who support this channel. I want to thank all my patrons for the wonderful support and their friendship. Thank you so much, guys. In the meantime, you guys please take care of yourself, and I'll see you real soon. Cheerio!